Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a Sephora haul. That's right, you heard me. A haul. I recently made a huge order on Sephora. I went crazy buying a bunch of stuff that I was really interested in because I do get a lot of PR sent to me, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I don't get everything. I've told you guys this a million times. But I like to buy a lot of my makeup as well. So I wanted to show you guys what I picked up in today's video, and it's kind of like a first impressions as well because I have tried out everything pretty much at least once, except for a couple of things, and the majority of these products I did show you guys me applying them. Like I filmed myself getting ready today, so I will be inserting those clips throughout the video just so you can see how things apply. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into it. I talk too much, we already know. Let's go. So Fenty Beauty recently launched some brand new bronzers and I'm excited. You guys know how much I love bronzers. I love testing new bronzers. It's like one of my favorite makeup products to test out. And when I saw that she released a bunch of shades, I just had to buy one. Or four. I didn't know what color to get, and they were kind of broken down into categories, like a light neutral one and a light warm one, then a medium neutral and a medium warm, and so on. So I got the four lightest shades. I'm gonna insert swatches of all four of them, but the two that I'm wearing on my face right now, I'm mainly wearing Inda Sun. I love the names of these. Inda Sun. Inda Sun. And then I also have a little bit of Shady Biz on top because it's a little bit warmer, and I have to say, I really like the formula on these bronzers. I mean, today was the first time I used them. I have to play around with them a little bit more, and I did use a different brush to apply them this time, which I normally would use another brush. So it was all very new for me, but I really enjoyed it. I feel like these bronzers are really creamy, really easy to blend out, and they just have this smooth texture to them that makes it really ideal for blending. And I was worried that my bronzer was gonna look really splotchy and blotchy because I also picked up the new bronzer, which is the strangest shape, and I really didn't think I was gonna like it, but I ended up really liking it. This is the Cheek Hugging Bronzer Brush, and it has the strangest shape. As you can see, it's supposed to like perfectly hug your cheek, and honestly, it really does. You're able to like sweep back and forth, and it just blends it so well. You can also angle your brush on its side if you want a more specific, precise contour. So I thought it was really interesting, and at first I didn't think I was gonna like it, but so far so good. I do have some trouble around my forehead with this brush because, like I said, the shape is odd, but the more I use it, the more I like it. This is the second day that I try it, and so far so good. I'm also really into the packaging on the bronzers. I love this gold packaging. Stila. And then I also picked up the new Killawatt Foil Freestyle Highlighter. I don't know why, because this is too deep for my skin tone, but I just saw it and I wanted it, like really badly. And this is in the shade Penny For You Thoughts. That is the funniest name ever. Penny For You Thoughts. And it's a really interesting color. It really is like a beautiful burgundy copper, but then it has these gold foil flecks all throughout it. I thought those foiled copper flecks were gonna show a lot more once you swatched it, but they don't really show up that much on the skin. I'm wearing it today as an eyeshadow. I applied a little bit in my crease because I find that this is actually a really great eyeshadow. The formula is really nice, and it kind of has like a matte base to it. It's not too shimmery or foiled, so you can use it in the crease, and it's really nice. And then I just applied a little bit on my lid, like on the outer corners and on my lower lash line, and I just love the color of this. So I am going to be using it a lot as an eyeshadow, and I find that when you do use it as an eyeshadow, the little copper flecks show up a lot more than when you just use it on your face or swatching it. And then the last Fenty Beauty product I got is something that I honestly bought just because. I'm testing out a bunch of body illuminators that I have in my collection ever since the Patrick Ta collection came out, which I purchased and I'm still waiting for. I want that so bad. I want to do a whole video on it. But I feel like that body glow and that body oil look is really popular right now. I know the body lavas have been around for a while, but she just recently came out with Trophy Wife. How was I not gonna buy this? The formula on this isn't even my favorite, but this packaging first of all, and this color, I mean, I cannot. I haven't used it yet, but what should I do? What should I do? Should I rub some on my shoulder? Smells so good. Oh my gosh, look at that golden sparkly amazingness. I forgot I had my little, wow, look at that. I love shimmer. I love this color. It gives you this like beautiful golden sparkle to your body, and this packaging is to die for. I got the My Soul stick, and it's their broad spectrum SPF 50. sunscreen stick, which is so interesting. I would assume that you would go through this pretty quickly since it's a stick, but I was reading online that it's really good for those like hard to reach areas, like around your bikini line and your hands, and it's also really great for your tattoos. So if you want to protect your tattoos, if you're like in the pool, granted, your other regular SPF 50 that you're gonna slather all over your body would probably do the same thing. Just rub it on your hands, rub it on your bikini area, and rub it on your tattoos. But I fall for these little gimmicky things. I can't help it. Okay, so Kaja is one of those, I hope I'm saying that brand right. Kaja? It's one of those brands that I just get so intrigued by. Every time they come out with something new, I always want to pick it up. It just looks so fun. So they came out with this Dream Puff Radiant Mousse Primer, and I had to get it. I had to. This is in the shade Peach Glow. I didn't know what to expect with this, but this is so strange. It's a radiant primer that gives your skin the most intense shimmery golden glow, but it doesn't feel hydrating by any means. It's not a moisturizing primer. It simply just gives you the glow. And I really thought that I wasn't gonna like that, but I have used this primer twice since I bought it, and I think I really freaking like it. It gives you such an intense glow underneath that it really does shine through when you put your foundation on, but it doesn't alter the formula of the foundation. It doesn't make it more dewy or more tacky or anything like that. The glow just shines from underneath the foundation. If you touch your face, it will not feel sticky. So if you're oily but want the glow, this might be for you. I like to add some hydration underneath this just to get that moisture in my skin, but I like it. And then I also got 3 of their Moon Crystal Sparkling Eye Pigments, Magic, Tiger's Eye, and Rose Quartz. These are really beautiful. I feel like they're not your typical cream shadow. They have a lot more sparkle to them, and I feel like they are pretty intense. Once you start blending them out, they do get a little bit more sheer, but they're so easy to build up. You can get a really intense, beautiful look to the lids. Tiger's Eye is what I used all over my lid to kind of put down a base. And I noticed as I started to blend them out that these do dry pretty quickly, so you do have to work pretty quickly. Which leads me to believe that these might be long wearing since they don't stay creamy or they don't get creasy or anything like that. It's not very oily. They're pretty dry, but not like a flaky dry. And then I put on a little bit of Rose Quartz right on top just to give a little bit more of a red foily vibe. And I like the fiery undertone in this one. It's so beautiful. These are really stunning. I got some falsies. I'm obsessed with Olivia Culpo, and she recently collabed with Huda Beauty and created these falsies. They're called Olivia number 18, and they're like the Shortie falsies, and I had to get them. I really loved the look of these falsies. These look so fluttery and beautiful. And yeah, I don't have my first impression on these because I'm not going anywhere today, and I wasn't about to pop on some expensive falsies just to stay at my house. I got 2 brand new blushes from Sephora. These were just recently launched, I believe. These are the Matte Perfection blush duos, and I have Peach Blossom and English Rose. But these blushes are a little bit more on the matte side. This one in English Rose has a little bit of a satin finish, which is why I like it more than this one. But if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I'm not crazy about these blushes. They're a little bit too matte for me. I mean, I'm wearing English Rose right now, and I like how it looks, but I have other blushes in my collection that I love a lot more. These just didn't wow me. I wouldn't repurchase more. There's a ton of different colors, and I just not my favorite. Let's talk about this. This is the Marc Jacobs Accomplice concealer and touch-up stick, and I got mine in the shade Light 26. And I bought this just because it was new. It was brand new. It was sitting in the just arrived section. It looked really interesting, so I decided to give it a shot. When I got it in the mail, I didn't think it was gonna be this small, but I should have known because it says it's a concealer. But I thought since it was a touch-up stick, it was gonna resemble like a foundation. It's full coverage and it's not very liquidy at all. It kind of reminds me of the Clé de Peau concealer. So expensive for no reason. I mean, it's a good concealer, but holy cow, it's like $1,000. This is very similar. It's still Marc Jacobs, so it's pricey, but it's a lot more affordable than Clé de Peau. And I have to use it more. I only used it today as like a literal touch-up. I put some around my mouth, and then I even got some mascara on my nose. So when I went to wipe it off, I wiped off a bunch of my foundation. So I went in with this and I touched up my nose area. But it's something I have to throw in my purse and kind of use it throughout the day, use it at night if I'm going somewhere to see if it really is a touch-up concealer. I got some new Kevyn stuff. They came out with the Glass Glow Face. Just that name sounds exciting, right? Like Glass Glow Face. It's supposed to give you that glass skin appearance. It's a multi-purpose glow gel. It's definitely a gel. It has that gel consistency that can be used on the face and body, leaving skin appearing clear, radiant, and seemingly transparent. the bridge between highlighting and skincare. And I got the 3 shades. They come in 3 different shades. They have Crystal Clear, which is a really beautiful pearly color that has like a blue flip. It's like that unicorn clear. They also have this one in Prism Rose. This one's stunning. And they have this one in Spectrum Bronze, which is also really stunning. Today I used Prism Rose on the left side of my face on top of that Kaja primer because I really wanted you guys to see this as a base underneath my foundation and just to show you how freaking intense these face glosses are. I mean, the Kaja primer left my skin looking radiant, but this leaves your skin looking like actual glass, like so juicy. It doesn't dry down like the Kaja primer. It's like actual gloss. The only thing is, if you want to take away that tackiness, you will have to set your foundation down because this leaves your face a little tacky after you apply your foundation, and I know a lot of people don't like that. So just keep that in mind. But this is a really interesting product and I can't wait to play around with it more. And then they also released their Glass Glow Lip, which is pretty much the exact same thing, only for your lips. So it's a lip gloss and they come in the 3 exact same shades. And these glosses are a little bit different from what I'm used to. They kind of have that balm consistency to them. They're not very juicy or glass-like. Crystal Clear is really beautiful because the blue shift is so intense. And a lot of the times when you have a gloss that's very pinky blue like this, sometimes the shift doesn't really show up, but this one really does. I got the new Milk Makeup Canabis Hydrating Face Mask. Everybody says that cannabis and all this CBD stuff is really great for moisturizing. So I wanted to try this out. I have dry skin and it says hydrate in a flash. Solid clay mask instantly moisturizes, calms, and soothes for a revitalized complexion. Everything I want in a mask. Ah, no. Just sliced my freaking mask. I thought this was gonna smell herbally, like grassy, but it smells like clay. Anyway, I'm really excited to try this out. I will let you guys know if my skin feels hydrated. I picked up the new Natasha Denona Transfix Matte Concealer. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be getting this in the mail. Some of her things I get in PR and some things I don't, and I really wanted to try out this concealer. And I don't like this. It's just too thin for me and it's too matte. If you have oily, perfect skin that doesn't have any fine lines, any dryness, you will absolutely love this because it is full coverage. It's one of those glamorous concealers for sure. Full coverage, very matte, and it will probably take you throughout the day, but I just cannot. It actually looked good today for me when I used it because I did one eye at a time, but when I used this for the first time yesterday and I didn't do one eye at a time, it looked like a hot mess. By the time I got to the second eye, it had completely dried in the spot where I put it down. This concealer dries so fast. I think it's the fastest drying concealer I have ever worked with. You have to start blending it out immediately. If not, it will stay there. It will stay right there. So I don't love that. My skin is already dry to begin with. This is just too matte for me, too drying, and I most likely won't be using this unless I use it in conjunction with like a super sheer dewy concealer. That might work out, but on its own, no, this is not for me. For me, I'm sure it's for someone, but it's not for me. How many of you guys have seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I was obsessed with that movie when I was little, which is weird because thinking about it now, that's not a kid movie. Like, I used to watch it a lot as a kid because it was cartoons and I used to be literally obsessed with Jessica Rabbit. I have just always been a huge fan of that movie, and Ciate collabed with Jessica Rabbit. Well, they collabed with Disney, who owns the rights to Who Framed Roger Rabbit, I believe. And they came out with this. I had to get it. Even if I hated it, I had to get it because I love Jessica Rabbit. She's such a badass. If she was anything, she would be a Scorpio for sure. And I really like this highlight. I love that her face is in the highlight, and I'm actually wearing it on my skin today. It's a peachy pink with a really strong golden undertone. When you apply it to the cheeks, you really only see that gold shine through, but if you're not fair enough, you might see that pink stripe on your face because it does have that light pink undertone that you might be able to see on the cheeks. I love the formula, nice and pearly. And then they also have the Glitter Storm Metallic Glitter Lipstick, which is so incredibly cool. When you first look at the bullet on this, It honestly looks like velvet. Like velvet, it is so cool, and all those sparkles, oh my gosh, you like barely want to touch it. I just want to stare at it all day. It is so stunning. I actually had a MAC lipstick that I was obsessed with in high school. It was called Fresh Moroccan, which is really weird because it was like a deep red with a bunch of glitter, and I really wasn't wearing that much makeup in high school. It was a little bit of mascara and a little bit of eyeliner, but girl, I was rocking that Fresh Moroccan. I loved that lipstick, and this one reminds me so much of it, and it's called Jessica Rabbit, and I love it. And now we can go into all the other lip products I bought. I got 2 of the new Stila lip glosses. These are the Beauty Boss lip glosses. I got Golden Parachute and In the Black. And I definitely prefer Golden Parachute. It's a lot more wearable, of course. It has a really beautiful golden shimmer to it. It looks really pretty on the lips. Does it last? I'm not exactly sure. I only used it today for the first time just to show you guys a lip swatch. I haven't actually worn them. And then In the Black is not my favorite, but I'm sure I will like it more on top of like a deep lipstick, because on its own it does look a little weird and it's not my favorite. I did notice, however, when I was swatching these on my lips, these smell like alcohol. Not like rubbing alcohol, like drinks, like cocktails. I don't know if I'm crazy, but as I was applying them, I'm like, I can't put my finger on the scent, but I want a martini. I'm obsessed with Laneige. Laneige recently came out with the Lip Glowy Bombs, and I got 2 of them. I got grapefruit and berry, and I don't know why I would get grapefruit. I got the 2 deepest shades just to see if I saw a little bit of color on my lips, and honestly the only one that gives you even a little bit of something is berry, and it's barely there. Grapefruit is pretty much completely clear, and the other 2 shades I'm assuming are pretty much completely clear, but I love berry. I love it. It smells so good. It smells like a berry bubble gum. I feel like this is the perfect mix of a juicy hydrating lip treatment and a gloss without being like sticky. Like it just gives you the look of a gloss, like glass lips, but it doesn't actually feel like a gloss. They feel amazing on the lips. I cannot wait to use this more, and I'm probably gonna give this one to my friend because I don't love the taste or the scent of grapefruit. I'm not a big fan, so. And then last but not least, I'm in love. I'm in love, I'm addicted, I'm in love. These are brand new from the Sephora collection, and the words are so tiny on this that I need to look it up because I cannot read that. Okay, these are the Sephora Rouge Lacquer lipsticks, and they're incredible. They're only $13, and let me tell you, these are freaking amazing. I bought 4 colors only, but I want to go back and get more. I'm actually wearing the L22. What color is this? Yeah, this is the color Go Girl, and it's a rosy beige, and I am wearing it right now. But these are exactly the type of lipsticks I have really been enjoying recently, where they're kind of sheer, very creamy, and have like a really beautiful shine to them. L23 is a little bit more sheer and a little bit lighter. It has more of a peachy undertone, but it's still absolutely beautiful to wear like with a dark lip liner underneath and just this in the center. I love how sheeny and creamy these are. They feel like nothing on the lips. They are so great to just throw in your purse. And then I also really love L27 and L18, and I want to go buy all of the nude ones, like all of the nude ones. I love sheer juicy nudes like this, and I'm obsessed. But yeah guys, that completes this video. These were products I just recently purchased off of Sephora. Let me know if there was something you recently bought and you've been enjoying and loving. Leave it in the comments below, and if I haven't tried it out, I definitely will. But let me know your thoughts down below on everything I got. If you've tried anything, leave me a review. I'd love to know your personal thoughts on everything. But that completes this video, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I love you so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. He just came up to me. He was like, "Are you done?" He just knows. When I say bye to the camera, he's like, "Can we go outside? Can we do the pee-pees? Can you be my fun mom again?" Okay, let's go do pee-pee.